Welcome back to Learn BC. You're here with Jared. We're in the order to cash series. This is the sales series taking us all the way from orders through the system. And this SOP is SOP-O2C-04. We're going to talk about and introduce the concept as well as how an opportunity and quote works in the CRM module leading into the order. So we're going to take you through that, and hopefully that gives you some context. Now, with every tutorial that we do, we're always talking about context and rules, the trigger, the preconditions, key principles. What is the procedure, step by step, and a demo, and then what are the outcomes if it doesn't work and if it does. Now, with each of our videos, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and email us at how@learnbc.today. If you've got any questions, we'd love to have you help us build the community. Your questions may be the question that somebody else was thinking, and when you ask it, we're going to answer it, and it's going to help a lot of people. So let's get started. Here we are, we're in sales, opportunities, and quotes. And so a couple of things here. The key here is opportunity pipeline, creating sales quotes during the pipeline, sending the quotes via email, the process, and the quote to order conversion, which is that bridge between CRM moving into order to cash. Okay. The trigger here is the procedure is triggered when a qualified lead is identified or a customer requests a formal price proposal for goods and services. Okay, so what are the key things? Quotes do not affect the inventory, nor do they affect demand. Okay, so a sales quote is a formal pricing document. It does not commit inventory or affect financial ledgers until it's converted to an order. And so from an order, it starts becoming something. With every document within Business Central, if there's an open document and a release, this refers to open is the person drafting it, release means I'm sending it, okay? And we can tie workflow approvals into those documents when you hit release, if it needs to be approved, and so on. So it's quite important. It's a common thing that we teach. Before you send it, release it, and then you send it, okay? And it triggers the fact that this is officially now handed over to the next stakeholder, which is the customer, and we're waiting for their response to give us a purchase order to make it a sales order. All right. Next thing for us, credit limits. Okay. Converting a quote to an order will trigger a credit check. If the customer is over their limit, the conversions may be blocked. Okay. It may require approval. So what is the procedure? Well, create an opportunity from the customer card, opportunities list, or if you're in the sales and relationship manager, which is what I'm going to do in the demo, or if you search opportunities. Advance through the cycles. I'm going to take you through the cycles just that are available out of the box. I'm going to create a quote, okay, which is around, I think, in the second stage of the cycle, which you'll see. Then we add lines, verify pricing, send it to the customer. From here, when we won it, if we win it, we convert it to a sales order. We make it an order. Well, let's take a look in Business Central. So here we are. I'm going to change my role by hitting the cog and clicking my settings and going right down to the bottom to sales and relationship manager. Okay, here we are. We're in that sales and relationship manager role, and now we can see some of the CRM coming to life with our contact management and our opportunity management. And just in my favorites, I can see my opportunities, and here's a list of opportunities that exist within the system. So an opportunity does not affect demand. Same as a quote does not affect demand. It doesn't hit any ledgers, it doesn't touch anything. It's just purely for pipeline measurement and management. Opportunities, sometimes you may want to split out from your quotes because you can track the size of an opportunity, and one opportunity may ask for one or many quotes. So let's go create an opportunity, and this is for new tables for the office. Okay, so to create an opportunity, I didn't even need a customer. What we needed is a contact, and here I can search my contacts, and I can see here Anthony at Additum. I can select that as the customer contact. Now, one thing that we do need is we do need a cycle code. So here you've got a cycle, but let me show you all fields. We have the salesperson. I'm going to be Jim Olive. We've got the campaign number. If we're doing campaigns, it will then apply price discounts, etc. We have the priority, this is normal priority, and the sales cycle. And then there's a market segment that you could select. So let's just start with the cycle codes. What do cycle codes mean? All right. So within your cycle codes, there's 2 out of the box, and a new customer cycle has stages. So when you click on it, it's going to give you an initial stage. It's got a qualification stage, then presentation stage, which says to get to presentation, a quote is required. You can skip, but you're still going to require to go to proposal. It still requires a quote to be provided. So you have this set up here. Now, the other thing that you've got is you've got these activities. And an activity says that when it's created, straight away, verify quality of opportunity. And then within 1 week, identify the key person. So these tasks that are associated with every stage create opportunity tasks, activities that need to be completed by the staff. So in your opportunity, when you're looking at an opportunity, you actually have against the opportunity a list of tasks. You could use this, you may not want to. And this is what differentiates using this here versus in a HubSpot or an external Salesforce. Business Central has a CRM that can already measure pipeline, we can already manage pipeline, and then we can convert. And it makes sure that what we've got here is active. So before we do anything, I need to activate. We hit activate, press yes. Once it's activated, the value is nothing. So I can hit update. And if I just choose to just update it, I could put a value here of 200,000 and it's still staying at 0% or 10% chance of success is fine. And just hit OK. And it's updated my pipeline. But because 10% of 200,000 is 20,000, the calculated current value of the pipeline is 20 grand. So as we continue to update, it pushes it to the next stage. The next is qualification. I hit OK. And it continues, the percentage builds. And we would be building our opportunity with interactions, phone calls. I've called the client and you log those. You log those interactions and that logs against Anthony's contact card. So if you've ever been in a contact, for example, if I'm in Anthony's contact card here, I can actually see here, I've got interactions that are logged between Jim and Anthony. And it keeps a record there of everything that happens. Phone call, emails, you name it. It has the ability to turn around and track that. So here we've gone to the next stage, qualification. And if I hit update again, remember, I'm going to need to create a sales quote. Otherwise, it's going to fail. If I hit OK, it says you cannot go to the next stage without creating a quote. No worries. Let's do that. Create sales quote. It's opened up the account. Here I have a brand new sales quote. And what you will see here is if I show more on the header, you're going to see it's got a related opportunity ID, but the salesperson's carried through. Any particular, the contacts carried through, anything said in the opportunity is flowed through into the quote. Here, they're wanting desks and they're wanting a bunch of them. So they're wanting 50 desks, okay? And that's not $200,000. So there's a big difference there, isn't there? So I'm going to leave my quote here. I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to hit release and then I'm going to print and send. And then I click send by email and it's going to pop open if this is configured, the normal Outlook email mailbox. Now I don't have an email account here. So let me just do that. If you have not yet set up your email accounts, the default that you can do is your own email account just to make this go away. So current user, next, and now my email is set up. So let's click send by email and open it, pops, and I've got my sales template email, my sales template quote PDF, okay? I have it sent to the customer and I can click show more and CC or BCC to people. I could change the subject, change the email, and I can change also the attachments. I may have files against the customer's account or against the quote, and you can add those straight to this particular email that's outbound to the customer. So I hit send and off it goes. Okay, I'm not going to send it because it's going to bounce. That's not a real email address. Let's hit close and discard my email. And let's go back into my opportunity. So I've been in this quote. I've released it. I've emailed the customer the quote. Super duper. On the opportunity, we can update it, and now it's actually pulled through the correct value of the opportunity. So it's dropped from 200,000 to 84,000. And the chance of success is increasing every time we do this, which is increasing my pipeline value. Now, you could continue going all the way through this until it gets to a high level. We're now at proposal, and it just continues building. But you get to track when did they move between those statuses, and as you update, you could be closing out the tasks, because in the opportunity, we have a bunch of tasks here that are running. And if you're wanting to manage with these are tasks that the individuals have to do. They have to go and execute and get them done. And that way they're task orientated within a sales team or a business development team. Some customers don't use them. And subsequently, you're here, you've got opportunity, and there's two ways that we can close this out. Number one, we can say, I'm going to close, and it's going to ask me, well, did we win it? And why did we win it? We won it because we're the best looking people at the ball, and we hit cancel odd tasks, and we're done. The opportunity will close, and then it will offer to close the sales quote. So let's cancel this. I'm going to show the sales quote, and the second way we can do this, which is the end point. This is converting your sales quote to an order. This is where we go make order. Do I want to convert? Yes. All right, so I'm going to hit no. I should have got some form of document number from the customer, PO, and that's the new purchase order that they've given me. I'll upload against this attachment here in the fact box the signed purchase order or the authorization document or the contract, and I'll upload it as evidence that we've got permission to proceed on this particular document. Your workflows may require you to request approval to close and move it to a quote, but we don't have workflows in this demo. Make order, press yes. An opportunity is linked to the quote. The opportunity has to be closed before the quote can be converted. Do you want to close? Yes. And the same thing applies. It's going to ask me, did we win it or lose it? Why did we win it with the best looking people? That's the total. We hit close. Yes. And now we're in our order state, which is the beginning of our next tutorial video. Super cool. So opportunities give us the capacity to turn around and track effectively the pipeline. The quote gives us the ability to formalize an offer to the customer. So what happens if there's something wrong? So for example, make order action fails, check the customer credit limit. Some other things that you may have some rules, you may be missing a workflow approval, you may have not filled out the opportunity in the quote effectively, and subsequently it will fail. And it will tell you why it's failing, but they're the key things that will happen. So primarily though, customers over their limit, it's going to go, no, you need to keep it as a quote. We're not accepting the order, because as soon as we accept the order, demand starts. And as soon as demand starts, we're ordering the gear for that order, whether they've got their account paid or not. Okay, so we don't want to do that. All right, so what are the post conditions? A sales order is created, the opportunity deal is closed as one, the pipeline reporting is updated, and the order is ready for processing. So that is the end of the process, the ideal place where we want to be from an opportunity. So a couple of things. In this, we've gone and looked at creating an opportunity and advanced them through the sales cycles. We've generated sales quotes for the opportunity. We've released and emailed it to the customer and converted the quote to sales order seamlessly. It was actually pretty quick. So your next step, watch the next video about sales orders. We're going to go through the headers, the lines, and dates to turn around and show you what we need to do. Please subscribe, follow us on this journey. I'll see you in the next video.